The tranquility of Pahalgam, a picturesque hill station nestled in the lap of the Himalayas, was shattered on April 22, 2025. The day began like any other, with the promise of spring sunshine and the allure of snow-capped peaks drawing tourists from far and wide. But this serenity was not meant to last. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the meadow, the deafening rattle of gunfire pierced the air, replacing the melodies of nature with the chilling symphony of chaos. A group of heavily armed terrorists, their faces concealed behind masks of hate, emerged from the forested slopes overlooking the Baisaran meadows. They were armed with a deadly arsenal of automatic rifles and smaller arms, their fingers itching to unleash terror upon the unsuspecting visitors. The terrorists opened fire indiscriminately, spraying bullets into the crowds of tourists who had gathered to witness the beauty of the setting sun. The idyllic meadow transformed into a scene of unimaginable carnage within seconds. The air, once filled with laughter and the scent of pine, grew thick with the stench of gunpowder and the cries of the wounded. As the echoes of gunfire faded, a chilling silence descended upon the valley, broken only by the sobs of those who had witnessed the horrific massacre. The aftermath of the attack revealed the true extent of the tragedy. The once pristine meadow was now stained with the blood of innocent lives cut short. The attack claimed 26 lives, their dreams extinguished in a senseless act of violence. Among the victims were 2 foreign tourists, their journeys ending in a nightmare. Indian Navy Lieutenant Vinay Narwal and his wife Himanshi were also killed. They had come to Pahalgam to celebrate their anniversary, tragically cut short by bullets of hate. The victims hailed from various corners of India, a grim reminder of terrorism's reach. 13 others bore the physical and emotional scars of the attack. The government announced compensation for the families of the deceased and injured. Helplines were set up to provide support to the victims and their families. Airlines increased flights and waived fees to help stranded tourists return home. The Pahalgam attack sent shockwaves across the nation and beyond. Political leaders, celebrities, and ordinary citizens alike expressed their grief and outrage. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, cutting short his visit to Saudi Arabia, condemned the attack in the strongest possible terms and vowed to bring the perpetrators to justice. Union Home Minister Amit Shah visited Pahalgam to meet with the survivors and assure them of the government's unwavering commitment to their safety and security. International leaders joined India in condemning the heinous act. U.S. President Donald Trump, Russian President Vladimir Putin, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres all issued statements expressing their condolences and solidarity with the victims and their families. The attack served as a stark reminder that terrorism knows no borders, and that a united global effort is required to combat this menace. In a poignant display of unity and grief, Kashmir observed a complete shutdown the day after the attack, the first such shutdown in 35 years. Shops and businesses remained closed, and the streets wore a deserted look as the valley mourned the loss of innocent lives. Kashmiri newspapers, in a powerful gesture of protest, printed their front pages in black, their silence speaking volumes about the collective pain and anger. Amidst grief and outrage, an eyewitness account emerged, painting a chilling picture of the terrorists' brutality. The daughter of a victim recounted witnessing her father's murder. The terrorists forced her father to recite an Islamic verse before shooting him. This act of barbarism sent shivers down the spines of people across the country. Security forces launched a massive anti-terror operation in response. The operation aimed to track down the perpetrators and dismantle the terrorist network. The nation waited with bated breath, hoping for justice. The Pahalgam attack is a grim reminder of the ever-present threat of terrorism. It is a call for unity and resilience against the ideology of hate. The nation reaffirms its commitment to fighting terrorism and honoring the victims of Pahalgam.